The Chamber has been a strong supporter of the 2006 Regional Transportation Authority and the process and projects that have resulted from it. Simply stated, it's all about roads, mobility, and economic development. We must have strong road connectivity and well-maintained roads for business retention, expansion, and recruitment. Overall, multimodal transportation infrastructure, in addition to all infrastructure, must be prioritized at the top of every local official's list. The Chamber requires transparency in government spending, and RTA projects have been constructed on time and under budget with the level of transparency we think should be a part of all major government spending programs. With $2 billion in additional construction, and especially maintenance needs, we must build and pass another regional transportation plan to address our current and future needs.
I would absolutely work with the county, but I think the city of Tucson has to question its position in the RTA because of the voting situation and because of the great needs in Tucson that the last RTA package didn't meet. When I'm knocking on doors or making phone calls, when I ask people, what's your issue of Tucson that you want to tell me about? More than half the times people will say, just look at that road. It's crumbling. There's potholes. We get the potholes patched and the patches are even more bumpy than the potholes. So including a repair and maintenance component of the RTA, I think is important. There needs to be some flexibility. I think we missed the mark with the Broadway widening. I live in Samos, which is near South Point. And so we've been very involved with the widening of Grant Road. But again, having a bond so many years ago with things set in stone, it wasn't very flexible for the changing conditions, the traffic patterns that happened subsequently to that bond being passed. So we need that flexibility. So, and I apologize on your questionnaire, I didn't answer the yes and no questions because I thought yes and no questions, then I forgot to go back and do it. I think this might have been one of them. It's not a yes or no answer to this particular question. I will work with the county. I used to work for the county in the Parks and Recreation Department, and I have close ties to several of the superintendents. At least two of whom have endorsed my candidacy. So though I'm representing the city, I feel capable of talking transportation issues with the county as we go forward. Sorry if I'm talking too long. We have just 30 minutes.
Well, I am formally a member of Complete Streets Coordinating Committee. Are you all familiar with that? Okay, and so the Complete Streets Coordinating Committee is tasked alongside, I would think the goal is the 20-year plan to improve roads and bridges and this is your question was multi, I'm just going to ask that you go back because I'm relatively new at this, but I am in support of improving and making those necessary improvements to our roads, to bike lanes, to infrastructures that are really important and conducive to folks being able to travel within our city and outside of our city, as well as working with maybe partnering with our sister cities, Phoenix and Nogales, when it comes to thinking about travel and that infrastructure in terms of improving roads and interstate travel. And so I don't quite know, and maybe I need to kind of write down some of the questions because that question was multi-tiered, and I would like to be able to, as best as possible, answer in a responsive way.
Yes, I do support the reauthorization of the RTA, and I would be very happy to continue to work with the county and the other jurisdictions on the program. Does it need tweaking? Possibly, yes. What does that look like? I think that's everybody in the room to decide. But in generally speaking, I think it's been a very positive thing for our community. I think the outcomes and the projects are palpable. You can see them. You use them every day. So I think it is something worth exploring. I do think that the road repair should be included in there as it's one of the controversial sides about it. I do believe that it would increase the quality of life for everybody in the region on that end.